Hey, what is up everybody, Blaze4 here, and today I have for you guys another video of Persona 5X. Inside today's video guys, we're going to be going over the last chance to pull these actual limited units here. And for some of you guys who don't know exactly what that means, of course I'm going to break that down easily. It's not going to be anything that takes too long here, but for the people who know what this means, you guys know exactly what I'm getting at here. This is literally going to be the last time we're able to pull these certain limited units, mainly looking at the OG Phantom Thieves, because these dudes have been back quite some time, multiple times here, especially when it comes down to reruns. And I think it's kind of obvious that with everything that's coming out with P5R, and as well with the second list of at least limiteds, what's going to end up happening to these characters. So without further ado, if you guys are interested in stuff like this, be sure to sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. And as always, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, especially if you enjoy my content for more things like this. Eventually in the future, hopefully we can get a little bit more going to actually make things more interesting for quality wise. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk about it. So as many of you guys do know, we have a bunch more updates coming. We have Sumire coming out next update, which is going to be on Wednesday here, and she's going to bring in a whole lot of different things already. But one of the main things that we have to think about here is the banners at hand. Now, the banners that we're talking about today is going to pertain to merely a selection banner, which was this one right here that allowed you to pick up the 3 different characters. These characters could be non-limited, and they can also be limited. Now, majority of the non-limiteds, there's no reason to pull for them because they're all standard banner. And by non-limited, I mean like Han, Ryuji, Morgana, Phoebe, Marion. Although Phoebe and Marion are really good characters, they are still standard characters at the end of the day. But those characters are all standard. The ones that we want to look at are the limited characters. These characters can be anyone from at least the OG Phantom Thieves all the way up to what we have now. So currently, if we go ahead and take a look at the what's it called, the character list here, I can go ahead and point every last limited character out here. So for limiteds, we are looking at Cord, we're also looking at Yusuke, we're looking at Joker here, and then we have a few more actually. Let's see if I can find the back because I don't own them. But we are looking at Smoko. We're also going for Bowie, Summer Closer, and lastly Makoto. Now these limiteds are all part of just, I guess, before we actually got like a lot of the newer half of 5 stars here, and they are really broken. Some of them are really broken, some of them are just good to have. And the main reason why I made this video is because for a lot of us who just recently began, I'm trying to at least tell you guys to try to do your farming really quick. Try to just be prepared for what you want to get now, because once these characters do disappear, we literally have no idea when they're coming back. Let me explain about this here. So this banner itself here, of course, since we're able to select whoever we want, no matter what, it's technically a rerun banner for all characters, right? Now, the thing that makes this kind of interesting or makes this kind of scary for everybody here is we don't know when they're going to be rerunning this first half of limited characters ever again. And by that I mean they're not getting added to the standard. They're not, nothing like that is happening with these characters. So the question is, when will they be reran? And I know some of you guys might have the question of, why wouldn't they be reran that quickly? What's happening to them? Why aren't they going to get reran really fast? Now, if we can take a look at some of these characters here, some of these characters have already been reran maybe once or twice here. Some characters I can point out off the top of my head immediately is Joker and Yusuke. You can immediately also put in what's it called? Oh gosh, put in Bowie as well, because right before we had this whole banner, those characters were just now having their second rerun. This is technically their 3rd rerun here, and if we don't count Makoto, she's actually going to be the 2nd rerun as well, alongside Cord. Now the thing is, if they have them in the same pool, or at least prize pool as the other characters here, and they're preparing to really like move on with at least the other characters that were in the second half, or just move on in general to actually focus on more things later down the line, these characters are not going to be coming back for quite some time. It's going to be a little bit of a minute for them to actually get back into the rotation of things seeing that we have characters like Kazumi, have Haru rerun that has not happened. We have, of course, what's it called? Futaba that has not happened for rerunning, in which this all take place, or at least took place, mainly in the second half of the year. So with this in mind, we have to first get those characters at least duped back out, right? Or at least back out so people can pull them. So that immediately is going to push those limited characters that are currently out onto the back burner, in which for a lot of people, that's going to be kind of harsh. Because there's a few characters that without a doubt, I would say you don't want to miss. And some of these characters, of course, we're going to go ahead and go through, and I'm pretty sure a lot of these characters you already know. Now, one of them in particular is definitely going to be Cord. So if you guys have not pulled this character, man, I hope y'all got a plan, because I'm not going to lie to you. I've been warning people about this every single day. This character is quite literally, and no glazing here. No glazing, none of that. This is quite literally the best support in the game to date right now. Until, of course, they build a character that does what she does, or better, or does a different mechanic that quite literally trumps her, there is no way they are replacing this character. I'm gonna tell you why, as usual. This is a highlight actual builder. This is a highlight builder. She's able to spam the highlights. She's able to give you buffs out of freaking wants to. These characters like this most likely will not be coming back for a hot minute. Or in return, you can get Sumire, you can get, of course, other characters, and you can start preparing for Futaba. But for a character like this one, even let's put in an example for Sumire, who's in her team, Cord, or at least Sumire, who's as her navigator, Futaba, right? You can get Futaba down the line, but for most of the part, with Cord, you're gonna need it. Also, for other teams, usually for the DPS, who's in the team, Cord. So there's a lot of things like with this banner that is going to be leaving that's going to pose a little bit of a threat if people did not already start the game here, or if they just haven't pulled for this character. Now granted, at the end of the day, we all use our currency for whatever we need to use, but I'm just giving y'all the last warning that I can pretty much give before Wednesday gets here, because once Wednesday gets here and that patch is fully done, yeah, goodbye goes these characters most likely for a very, very long time. So of course, I just decided to do this video a little bit here just to make sure you guys know it is the last chance to get a few characters, and if you guys don't get them, yeah, it's gonna be a rough one. But if you do get them, that's always gonna be great. That's always gonna be a nice thing to do so, and let me know how that goes as well down below in the comment section. But for now, thank you guys for watching today. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to, of course, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out in the end of, at least in the long run here. And thank y'all for actually understanding that I needed a little bit of a break yesterday. But until next time, everybody, peace out.